Kazar, everybody, welcome to another Fallout 76 video. Today we are answering a question that was given to us by a pantheon of gods. Also some gods in the corner that might have just had patio furniture or pagoda. And that is, what's better, Fallout 4 or Fallout 76? Or, should I actually say, it's the Mike Tyson Ip Man cage fight that is Fallout 76 versus Fallout 4. Now, originally, I was going to do a 30-minute video where I would analyse both games to the minute detail and give you pie charts and graphs, and the Pope would pop up at some point and give us his input. But after doing all that, what I decided to do was take all that information, put it in a pot with some water, bring it to a slow boil, make a nice tomato pasta sauce, add them together to create this video, which is actually really simple, because when you analyse both games, the only difference is story and gameplay. Those are the only two big differences between Fallout 4 and Fallout 76. Now, for those of you that didn't know, Fallout 76 is not a game built from the ground up. It's actually built on an unused Fallout 4 multiplayer that they just didn't have time to implement. So, whereas Fallout 4 was a game built from, bottom upwards, this one's kind of built from like the midpoint, and then they've just thrown a bunch of stuff on top of it to give us Fallout 76. Now, the two differences: story, gameplay. For those of you that can't remember, the Fallout 4 story is actually really simple. It's basically find your wife's killer, get your son back. Simple, easy to remember, okay? Along the way, of course, you do come across a list of colourful characters and weird factions who can help you get Sean back. The story has multiple endings, 4 with the factions, 5 where you just do it by yourself, and it gives you this massive branching oak tree that is the Fallout 4 story, because you can do so many different things. You want to join a specific faction, go ahead. You want to join that faction but be a dick and ruin that faction's reputation, go ahead. You want to ignore that, you want to kill everybody in all those factions, go ahead. You want to kill everybody on the map, go ahead. You want to anger everybody, you want to be friends with everybody. You've got so many different options when it comes to Fallout 4, and that's because Fallout 4 is a single-player, story-driven game set in the Fallout universe, compared to Fallout 76, which the story is a lot simpler and goes something along the lines of leave the vault and enjoy. That's Fallout 76 in a nutshell. Now, because when Bethesda made Fallout 76, they were taking a new approach with it being a online open world adventure instead of the single player story driven game. It's kind of weird. It became more of a Blue's Clue or a Where's Waldo. So, whereas you've got this big branching oak tree in Fallout 4's story, in Fallout 76's story, because you had to discover it yourself instead of finding, people to tell you about it until NPCs came in. It's more like a small shrubbery. There's not that many branches because you're following a single track, which is Where's the Overseer. Now, of course, with the addition of things like Steel Dawn and Steel Rain and NPCs back into the game and all this kind of stuff, there's more to it, but the thing is that's not the main quest line. Those are side story quest lines, which I wouldn't say they branch out from the original. They just kind of, it's like having multiple shrubberies. So, when you compare the games, story-wise, Fallout 4 is far superior to Fallout 76, but when you compare the gameplay, it's a bit different. So, of course, every aspect of the systems in both the games are the same because they come from the same. There's been a few tweaks with 76, but they're all basically the same. Combat's the same, crafting's the same, walking, talking, farting, all the same, okay? But because 76 became a online multiplayer instead of a single-player focused game, they kind of give you more options when it is. They give you more freedom, which is what makes the gameplay of Fallout 76 better than Fallout 4. Remember this personally, just by the way. It's more suited to having fun, I guess, than it is to playing a game. When you play Fallout 4, you're playing a game. When you play Fallout 76, you're having an experience, is what I've managed to boil it down to. So, on on my side of things, Fallout 76 beats Fallout 4 in gameplay because it has more to it. There's more in it, okay? It's not just your basic standard, like, pancakes. These are like chocolate crepes, okay? 76 is far tastier, let's put it that way. Because they had to come up with more to it. Now, yes, Fallout 76 is, if you were to take all of the stories and stuff together, it's about a day's work, whereas Fallout 4 is probably like a good week. If you, I know people have done it in like, you know, a couple of hours, but the Fallout 4 story is longer, but the gameplay is more restrictive, whereas the Fallout 76 story is a lot less, but the gameplay is more open and out there for you to enjoy. So to be honest, it's a 50-50 split, but that's not really answering the question, is it? What is better, Fallout 4, Fallout 76? And I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to leave it up to you. I want you guys to tell me which you think is better. I have my own personal thing, to be honest. I like them both. But because, you know, I've played more 76 than I have 4 at the minute, I'm leaning towards more 76 with its free open style gameplay, its multiplayer aspects, it's increased crafting and base building. But if I do ever get bored of just, you know, farming out dailies and being stuck on the grind that is 76, I will probably jump over to Fallout 4 and try and find my son Sean, who goes from being a white baby to a Latino man, which is kind of funny as well. So that's it. When you break it down, that's it. Now, of course, there are people out there who will disagree and be like, yeah, but you missed this and you missed that, and what about this, what about that? I'm just talking basic level right here. If I wanted to go into more in-depth stuff, this video would be 30 minutes long. But for me, at the minute, 76 is better than 4. 4 had its good points and it had its bad points, but there was more good than bad, whereas 76 was kind of opposite. It had more bad until it had good, and now it's balanced itself out. But Fallout 76 still does it for me. I don't know what it is, personally. I think it is the more... like, it's a post-apocalyptic world. I should be able to do the stuff that I can do in 76 in Fallout 4. You know, have that open reign. Which is, I think, why I like it better. But I want to know what you guys think. Which ones do you prefer? Fallout 4 or Fallout 76? Because I'm quite interested. This is something that I've seen people bring up on Reddit and all this kind of fun stuff as well. So, go ahead. Answer it down below. At the minute, I'm Fallout 4, but... I'm sorry, at the minute I'm Fallout 76, not Fallout 4. But who knows, it might change, because Bethesda does let me down quite a lot. But comments down below, go answer it, let me know what you guys think. If you have a reason why as well, go ahead and let me know. But until that, guys, you know the drill. Like, share, and subscribe. And, as always, stay awesome.